So now, as promised, I'm going to do a quick demonstration of playing Quake using my pan tilt wheels trainer mouse and the foot pedal driven solenoid panel for the keyboard controls. Just to go over those again, there's the foot controls. There's the solenoid array there, just used on an old USB keyboard, and the battery that powers it. There's the foot controls again. Here is, of course, the star of the show, the wheels mouse, the pan tilt wheels mouse that I made. Just G-clamp it to the bench there. This is actually a nicely sort of modified version that I've made for Brent Crockett, which has got a couple of little extra features from my own one, and is pretty well a finished version of what I can sort of make. And there, of course, is your there's the screen where you're panning and tilting and playing the game of Quake. So it's been a while since I've played the foot pedal part of this, so I could be a little bit rusty. But the panning and tilting is quite. Oh, I've got to get my left and right sorted out on the foot pedals. So I can go forward, jumping, and so you just really basically it's a looking game. So you really just move around through the space, and you're using the mouse to pan and tilt. And really, you've got otherwise you've got all the other aspects of the game. So just to show you the amount of sort of movement, I know you're looking at the wheels mouse there, not the screen. That movement I'm doing there is a full 360. So it's a little bit more than one rotation here for a full 360. It's quite a high ratio, and it's possibly not ideal. I can adjust that with different sized sort of wheels and so on. But it's actually quite okay for playing the game, and it's certainly about right for doing things like checking your email and just using it as a mouse. And the looking of the game does ceiling out, so there's only a certain amount of tilt, and that's fully up, and that's fully down. So that's really only about half a turn to do that. Look, it's not exactly the same probably as using a wheels, normal set of wheels, but it's actually not a bad replication in terms of being able to play the game. So just continuing on a little bit, and I have to run and jump here at the same time. It's quite tricky. Oh, missed. Oh, there's a bad guy. So as you can see, the whole thing with playing the game, look, I just think it's not a bad sort of training device. And I missed that jump again. That's hard to do with the foot pedals. I'm sorry. There we are, cross. Oh, I shot too. And we go in here to the secret area and get the armor. Oh. As you can see, I'm a little bit rusty, but you get the idea that you can be in basically a 3D simulator, and that was the purpose of the idea behind this. And I wanted to have a 3D simulator. I mean, obviously that's quite an elaborate thing to try and beyond my scope to try and devise an actual 3D simulator. So I've just used something that's pre-existing, which is Quake in this case, or any other sort of similar 3D shooter game. That it's and there's quite a few. My kids at the moment are into a game called Minecraft, which is quite different. If you're not so keen on the violent games, it's an option because it's not it's not a shooter game as such, although there is a bit of that goes on. But it's still the same idea where it's a looking game. You use the mouse, or in this case the pan tilt mouse, to look around in the 3D world, and you can move around within that as well, using either the keyboard or the foot pedals. You really need the foot pedals to play the actual game. So this is, look, this is pretty much a finished version. Looks like it's about time for me to sign off.